Now, yesterday in South Africa, we saw some sort of like unity where everyone was trying to respond back to President Trump, Elon Musk, to say that South Africa is not as bad as it is being portrayed. I mean, they said Elon Musk, it looks like he's feeding wrong information to the president, which is resulting in President Donald Trump to say pretty bad stuff about South Africa. But it was good to see that South Africans were united, making sure that they send a clear message to say that it's not what is said to be. In fact, things are good this side, which is something that was so great. I mean, the President of the United States, Mr. Donald Trump, has not responded or said anything about South Africa again, but obviously we'll wait to see how things unfold. But as it stands, it looks like things are good. I mean, after yesterday's video, there were quite a number of people that want to engage to say if they are to pull off that Pepfar aid, where are we going to get the money? Yes, it's 17%, but where are we going to get the money? And my response to that is that, look, there are quite a number of countries like China, India, Russia, and all the other BRICS nations that are supporting or that are behind South Africa, which even if it comes to stretch, I don't think those countries will just leave us to die. They will do whatever they can to give us support. I mean, Mr. Wong Peng, who is the Chinese newly elected ambassador, he indicated that they had a good chat about China-South Africa relation, including legislature exchanges and cooperation, which is something that obviously it shows that, look, it is not the end of the world. Even if they are to drop off the Pepfar aid, which obviously we don't want them to drop that funding, it is helping South Africans to get their medication for HIV, which is something that, of course, it's very, very good. It's important that they keep on bringing that aid, but they must not speak like they are really, without them, South Africa will suffer. South Africa is good. In fact, I like how our very own President Ramaphosa responded to Trump, saying that he must stay in the White House, focus on the issues of America. We will deal with our own issues here in South Africa. I mean, when I watched that video, I was very, very excited. I mean, have a look at this.
So stick around there in the White House. We will do our business here, and we will find solutions for our problems. So stay out of our issues, and we will not get involved in your issues in America. You have your own problems. Leave us alone.
So yes, this is what he was saying, but like I said, we have got some pretty good decent backup, especially coming from China. China, you will know that we are partners, and one of the things that I personally believe that it led into Trump, obviously also throwing those things, it's because we are partners with China. We have a good relationship with China and Russia, and therefore Trump doesn't want that, right? It is for this matter he come over the weekend and said that the US and all the BRICS countries need to have an agreement indicating that they are not going to replace the mighty dollar from when they are doing their transactions or when they are transacting amongst each other, which obviously China, Russia last year, they already done, or they were already using their own currencies when they are trading, which is something that, of course, it's something that it cannot be stopped. Even Trump, no matter how hard he tries, it cannot be stopped. We have got good partners. China, I like China very well, because China, it is that country that continues proving that regardless of the restraints, regardless of the tariffs, regardless of the restrictions of some of the technology in the US to go into China, China is still managing to flourish. China still manages to win. A couple of weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, we're talking about DeepSeek, which is the new AI platform that China launched with the limited resource they had, because you will know that the technology that you see in this world, most of the chips that is building the technology is coming from NVIDIA. And NVIDIA, under the Biden administration last year, they were told to restrict certain chips. I think it was the H100s. They were told to not take those chips to China because it will give them more advantage, being scared that, of course, they will grow at a rapid, fast pace and outpace the US. And regardless of that, with the legal chips they had, DeepSeek was launched, Quen was launched. Quen is an AI platform from Alibaba, which apparently Alibaba claims that it's even faster than, or it's even much better than DeepSeek, which obviously we still don't know that yet, but of course we know that China is very proactive, regardless of the restrictions, regardless of the tariff. China continues to do very well. I mean, we have got pretty solid partners, I must say, and this, of course, Trump does not like this, but this will bear us fruits in the future, because imagine when we get to that point where there is a BRICS currency and we can be able, it's not only trading amongst the BRICS countries, but it goes to a point where half of the population is using BRICS currency to trade. This is something that will be so good, and to know that we are up there, BRICS organization, wow, it will be so good. And unfortunately, Trump cannot stop that. Trump cannot stop the fact that China is going to be the strongest economy in the world in the near future. He cannot stop that. He can try to impose tariffs to restrict some other materials from the US to go to China, but they won't be able to stop that. And once China gets to the top, their economy is at the top, guess what? We are going to see most countries going in towards, of course, China, coming towards, of course, BRICS, because they know that will be the strongest economy. BRICS will be having a country with the strongest economy, which is China, which this is so great. So this is what we saw yesterday, and these are some of the latest developments that are unfolding. But I know we are safe, man. I know we are okay. We're gonna be fine. Even if the US is to withdraw their aid or their funding on the Pepfar aid, I think we'll still be fine. But remember what I told you, as investors or as an investor, what you need to do as you're investing in the stock market is that you don't put your eggs into one basket. You don't invest into South Africa only. You don't invest into China, US. And these are just my opinions. You need to diversify and penetrate certain markets all over the world, wherever it's possible. Check, look for opportunities where you can put money and invest, because that will hedge when things are to go bad in South Africa. That can hedge when if things are to go bad in China, in the US, which is something that, of course, we need to always have at the back of our mind. Thought I'd give you this quick update. Tell me what you think. See you in my next video, man, and God bless you all.